Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this 2021 Spring Ohigan service. Welcome to our guest speaker for today, Reverend George Matsubayashi. Thank you for attending today, Sensei, and joining us. We're very honored to have you, as always. But the format for today's service will be Kansho, or calling bell, followed by the Sambujo, or praises of the Buddha, or calling of the Buddhas. Then Hyobyakumon, or the announcement of the service. It will start with today on this occasion, the 2021 Spring Ohigan service. Right? And then after the Hyobyakumon, we'll have chanting of the Butsu Ge. So you of course, you haven't heard it for 2 weeks, but you have your Seitan or your service book, right? You've been putting it all together. You've been using it, hopefully. And so you open it up and chant along. And you know, I have been on service last 2 weeks, so I know who's not chanting.
You weren't supposed to be on service.
Hey, I was on medical leave, but doesn't mean that I can't sit and watch. Anyway, then after the Sambujo Ge, we'll start with our MC for today. Okay? All right. Thank you again. Good to see all of you, and we'll get started. Thank you. Kansho. Sambujo. as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. We respectfully call upon the Tathagata Shakyamuni to enter this dojo, as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. We respectfully call upon the Tathagatas of the 10 directions to enter this dojo, as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. Today, on this occasion of the 2021 Spring Ohigan service, the members of the Venice Hongwanji Buddhist Temple have reverently come before Amida Buddha to reflect inwardly on this life, look to the other shore, and rededicate ourselves to this path of Nembutsu. With deepest reverence and gratitude for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida, we recite the name Namo Amida Butsu. If you'll please put your hands together and repeat after me. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namon nos, namon nos, namon nos, namon nos, namon nos. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namon nos.
Oshoko Ohayou gozaimasu. Good morning. Let's start with Japanese. 本年度の春季お彼岸法要にご参拝くださいましてありがとうございます。私は、司会者の刈谷恵美里です。よろしくお願いします。Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this year's Spring Ohigan service. I will serve as chairperson today. My name is Emily Kadia. まずは、最初の産物がですが、新種集荷となります。歌詞がない方は、ベニス本願寺のウェブサイト www.vhbt.org に歌詞があります。Our first Sambujo this morning will be Shinshu Shuka. If you don't have a copy of your own, you can find it on the temple website at www.vhbt.org. 次は代表証拠に参りたいと思います。We will next have incense offering by organization.次は The Three コーリー先生に従って The Three Treasures 三啓門を拝読いたします。Reverend Corey will now lead us in the reading of the Three Treasures.
三啓門隣人受けたし今するに受く仏法聞き受けたし今するに聞くこのみ根性に向かってどせずんばさらにいずれの章に向かってかこの明度線大衆もろともに指針に参謀に敬し立てまつるべし 自ら仏に帰し立て祭る。まさに願わくは史上とともに、大道を体現して無常意を起こさん。自ら法に帰し立て祭る。まさに願わくは史上とともに、深く教祖に入りて知恵海のごとくならん。自ら僧に帰し立て祭る。まさに願わくは史上とともに、大衆を取りして一切無限ならん。無常人人未妙の法は、約千万号にもあよことかたし、我今検問し受持することを得たり、願わくは如来の真実義を下し立て祭らん。ナマンダス。The three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life? Now we are living it. Difficult it is to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be free from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I put my faith in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of thy way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves thy supreme will. I put my faith in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of thy doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I put my faith in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord, in thy life of harmony, in a spirit of universal family, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandos.
では、次は松林先生のご法話の時間となりました。先生お願いします。Now we will have our Dharma message by Reverend George Matsubayashi.
はい、それでは皆さん合唱をお願いします。Will you please join me in 合唱 meditation? 親鸞上人 the founder of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, said the following the poem. 生死の深いほとりなし、久しく沈める我らをば、皆偶然の船の水を乗せて必ず渡しける。The ocean of the birth and death of painful existence has no bound. Only by the ship of the Amida's universal vow can we, who have been floundering all this time, unfailingly is brought to across the ocean. 親鸞、南無阿弥陀仏、南無阿弥陀仏、南無阿弥陀仏、南無阿弥陀仏、南無阿弥陀仏。 はい、皆さんおはようございます。Good morning, everyone. これは、Yeah, thank you. I like to see the people's face, so that I put in the gallery. Otherwise, I can only see myself. That's no good, you know. But I told the members of the Venice Hongwanji this morning before the service started, rather than George Matsubayashi given the chance to talk 25 minutes, rather have the chat with everybody on the screen. You know? Now I can see this morning, some are from all the way from New York, the Tiny Brownson and then Jill Hopfield, Miss Jill Hopfield. You from New York too, huh? No?
We live in New York. We're not from New York.
I know, you're from Venice.
Yeah,
You're
we're from
Venice.
from you.
Yes, but you are from calling in this morning service. How about Casey? Casey is in New York too? Casey Uematsu, are you in New York? No, huh? You in Venice. You know, Mr. Ito from Las Vegas. And there is the cousin, the Dot from Utah. And Jerry, Mr. Iseda, your president, is coming in from Connecticut. And I am from across the street from the temple. No, actually, originally from Japan. So, you know, after whole 1 year of very difficult time, I like to see the gallery, not the we changing to the other form. The gallery, I like to see everybody, you know. Whole 1 year, we had a very difficult time with the COVID, but now everybody over the 65 is getting, you know, get all the vaccines, so that it's getting a little easier, but they told us to keep in staying home as much as you can with the mask. Now, rather than 6 feet, you can have only 3 feet distance, no? But it's still difficult. But it's now with this high technology, you can come in from all over the world. Yeah, and then I can see all the names on the screen, so that rather than at the temple, sometimes I cannot see everybody in the audience, but on this way screen, I can see everybody's name. So I can see really there's some benefit of having this virtual things now. But today, I was given the privilege of joining the Ohigan service. As you know, the last Sunday, Reverend Fukumoto made a talk about Ohigan, and my granddaughter Kelly Dia knows what the Ohigan means, because after hearing the teacher, what's the Ohigan, Kelly? Can you tell me? Unmute your screen. What's the Ohigan? You heard about Ohigan? What's the Higan?
So my dad was just saying balance.
What's that? We didn't have a rehearsal, so don't know, can tell, no? But you know, the Ohigan, as you know, is Higan is the other shore, other side of the shore. And then this side of the shore is called as Shigan. And during the Japanese, this very unique in the Japanese celebration, the services, no? Although Buddhism started in India and came through China, Korea, and Japan, but India, China, this Ohigan service is not celebrated at all. In Japan, almost 1400 years ago, when the emperor, 30th emperor of Japan, Bidatsu, the time, there is a record at Ohigan, other shore. name came out. But until the emperor, 45 emperor, then we call Shomu, Emperor Shomu. There are records showing that throughout the year, twice, one time in spring, one time in fall, observe the Ohigan service. And then 50th generation of the emperor, Kanmu, there's a record showing that for 7 days in fall and the spring Ohigan time, the emperor ordered all the Japan, that executive order, telling the Japanese people to observe Ohigan service for whole 1 week. That was almost 1200 years ago. Long history, yeah? And in the Hongwanji tradition, we have the record at the 10th generation of the Monshu, the Jakunyo Shonin. At the time, we had the 7 days, the the Ohigan service was observed at the Hondo, main temple of Venice Hongwanji. But not until the 14th generation of the Monshu, Jakunyo, Jakunyo. The Hongwanji changed the name of Higan-e to Sambujo. Sambujo means adoration of the Buddha, showing the homage to the Buddha, the gathering of adoration of the Buddha. So this morning, we chanted the Jusei and the Sambujo Ge rather than Jusei Ge. Sambujo Ge is the same word from adoration of the Buddha, homage to the Buddha. The Hongwanji changed the name from Higan to Sambujo E, gathering of the people who admires the Buddha teachings, so that receiving the Buddha's compassion and the wisdom, and then we show our appreciation in praising Buddha Namu Amida Butsu. That's a Hongwanji tradition. No? So today at Venice Hongwanji, just like Hongwanji Kyoto, Japan, we chanted Sambujo Ge and celebrating Spring Ohigan service. No? Ohigan, to go to the other shore, from this shore to other shore, this is the destination. Like when you come back from New York, Connecticut, destination is Los Angeles. But you are going back to New York, Connecticut, so that it's going to be round the trip, coming home and going to the other way. So back and forth between this shore to the other shore. But to reach to the other shore, we call To Higan, practice of 6 parameters. As you know, at the Venice Hongwanji Sunday school service, we usually speak the Roku Haramitsu after my message. I'm sure the Reverend Corey is going to lead us, or the Miss Emily may lead us, the Roku Haramitsu, 6 parameters. We say, Roku Haramitsu, Mihotoke sama no mikokoro ni tachikaera sasete itadaite, turning our thoughts to the Amida Buddha, let us throughout the day live with clear eyes, warm heart, and humble attitude. You know, these are the 6 parameters. You have 6 the words coming out. 1つ、2つ, 2, 6. Yeah, 1 to 6. So this version of 6 parameter is very unique of the Venice Hongwanji Buddhist Temple. The reason why is because this is the only temple that has this 6 parameter, Roku Haramitsu. You know why? It was translated into simple Japanese by former Between Dimban Venice minister Reverend Ryue Masuoka. And his daughters translated to English with that simple word. And when I came to Venice Hongwanji in 1965, they asked me to compare Japanese and English translation. So I joined the Masuoka family to create this 6 parameters. No? Ever since 1963, for Venice Hongwanji, the Sunday services, you people are reciting the 6 parameters. This is the 6 kinds of paramita practice. The practice that you bring cross the ocean and then reach to the other shore. You know, in the Buddhism, final destination is to reaching to the other shore. We call enlightenment, to nirvana, and to become the Buddha ourselves is the final destination. Not to die, but to become the Buddha, the enlightened one, with the infinite compassion and wisdom. The person that do not die, we call no muryo, immeasurable life, become the Buddha. So that's the final destination. To practice 6 parameters, it says in here, 1, the dana is the first one. Kiyorakana manako, clear eyes and warm heart and humble attitude. Just one itself, you practice, you try to practice, but it's hard. It's hard to do it. And it's impossible for us to keep doing all this good job or help to become enlightened one. So by practicing 6 parameters, Shinran Shonin is the one who came to realize it's almost impossible for a human being to complete the cause for the enlightenment, to become Buddha. So what happened was, Shinran Shonin said, the opening words that I mentioned, the ocean of the birth and death of painful existence has no bound. Only by the ship of Amida's universal bow can we, who have been floundering all these years, unfailingly is brought across the ocean. Unfailingly brought across the ocean. We are the one who can be brought to the nirvana only through the Amida's compassion and wisdom. So Shinran Shonin is the one that rather than from my side to the other side, from other side, Buddha's country, to the what do you call it? Excuse me, I'm sorry, I have lost my screen here. Now I came back to screen. I'm sorry, if I lose the screen, I'm not talking to anybody yet, talking to the wall, yeah? So now I can see you all, no? Where was I? When you get older, you forget what you're talking about. And then now Jerry is the one who's laughing. So I used to have almost 65 years ago. 55 years ago, I came into Venice Hongwanji. I was a young minister and became old. And generations after generations, even this morning, with your audience, that I have the names on the family that I call the 5 generations that I've known. 5 generations. I remember that at least a couple of years ago, I do remember about 6 or 7 families that I know 5 generations. And 4 generations are more than 20, 30 families. And the 3 generations, more than 50, 60. No? So this morning, 6 of the 6 families that I've known, the generation, the 6 generations. Not all of them in here, but in the line of the family, 6 generations. And the Shinran Shonin is the first generation, and the current Monshu, the Kojun, is the 25th Monshu. And Mrs. Hayashibara, would you please be ready? I'm going to ask the questions that I've been asking for Venice Hongwanji Sunday School for many, many years. Ready, Mrs. Hayashibara? When you are going back towards the 5 generations, how many daddy, mommy we have?
Unmute myself. Okay.
Yeah.
It's 33,445,532 people.
I didn't
Is that
say
correct?
that. I didn't say that. Mr. Hayashibara said that. Could you repeat one more time? So
33
going back to 25 generations. Now, current Monshu, the Monshu of the Hongwanji is the 25th Monshu. Okay? And then for George Matsubayashi alone to be born into human life, the 25 generation backward. Now, Mrs. Hayashibara knows how many.
33,544,432. Am I close?
Correct. Yeah. You know how I remember all this
Oh.
stuff? 33554432. Just like the telephone, you called 33554432, 33,554,432 individuals. And if even one person is missing from 33 million, George Matsubayashi is not here in front of you speaking. No? It's amazing. George Matsubayashi is all alone in front of you, but for me to stand in front of you, 33 million of the people contributed my life. Yeah. And then, you know what, the 33 million, Mr. Ito didn't never win the big gamble, California hotel. But you know what 33 million means? I mean, number, Mr. Yamata, you are the accountant, CPA, so tell us 33 million. It's amazing number, it's unbelievable. But whole population of the state of California, how many million now? How many?
39 million.
Huh?
39 million.
39 million. Thank you, Mr. Yamada. No?
Wow.
Almost 40 million. But amazing that 33,532,000. No, I forgot. No, 3355432. Almost close to the state of California population. It's the one that backed me up. So the generation of the 5 generation that I do remember, some of you, 6 of you are here today. Amazing numbers. Their wishes from all over us. It's not from our side to the other shore, but from the other shore to this side are the ones that are telling us, hey, listen now. Okay, now Dale, you got to the church, now you have a Zoom. So every Sunday, attend the Venice Sunday service. Calling voice of his daddy. Used to be the BCA president right after the war, 7 years. He is the one helped with the establishment of the IBS, Institute of Buddhist Studies. Went all over the United States to raise the fund to establish Institute of Buddhist Study Center in Berkeley. And then Mr. Dale Ito, still, he called custodian at Las Vegas Buddhist Center, helped them all the time. And then now I understand that John Ito is in the line after Jerry, Tommy, I don't know who will come, but generations, calling voices. Hey, you guys, are you guys doing okay? You listen, they come. Remember the Shinran Shonin said, before he passed away, he said, even though my physical life will come to an end, my life and teaching that I have shared with you throughout 90 years of life never come to an end, but rather continue to live on as fresh as the green grass of Wakanoura Bay, so long as human beings live. And the Shinran Shonin also said, my physical body will come to an end before I am certain that I will be entering the realm of nirvana, enlightenment. So I unfailingly await you in the land of Pure Land. Here I am here, waiting for you. And this Shinran Shonin's own words was recited at the end of every 112 services that commemoration of 750th Shinran Shonin's anniversary at Kyoto Hongwanji. 112 times the officiant Monshu or former Monshu recited this last word. Here I am waiting for you in the land of Amida Buddha. No? So rather than from my side to go to the other shore, in the Shinran Shonin's understanding is from other side of the shore, from Buddha's side to us, this shore, the one that brings us in the form of Namu Amida Butsu, the ship of the Buddha. Amida Buddha takes us in the form of Namu Amida Butsu and then cross the ocean back to the Nirvana. So Shinran Shonin disciple, we call Saichi Asahara, made this poem. Watashi wa shiawase omoute mo mii yo. How fortunate, Saichi, I am. I am made to be Namo Amida Butsu. How deeply I enjoy the Pure Land from this world of delusion. I am welcomed by Namo Amida Butsu and brought back to Pure Land by Namo Amida Butsu. I'm made of Namo Amida Butsu. And then with the Namo Amida Butsu, I can truly enjoy, as I am staying here, enjoy the Pure Land. And then from Pure Land, Amida Buddha comes to take me in, and they welcome me in and brought myself back to the Buddha's country. So not gonna die. Enlightenment become the Buddha itself. No? The destination, where we are. This is something that I like to share some story of one of our friends who is also joining us this morning, Mr. and Mrs. George Yamada. Mr. George Yamada's mother, father, Jinne and Shizue Yamada. Mr. Yamada passed away. What year, Mr. Yamada?
My father or my mother?
Mother was, I understand, 2002, huh? 2002.
Right. And my father passed away 1991.
1991. I've given the privilege knowing them, working closely with them at the Nishonganji between. And when you go to visit the Nishonganji now, in the Wisteria Chapel, we brought from the old Nishonganji with a big bell, the one that we used to use at the old Nishonganji. That, and also the new Hondo, the 1969, we brought that the big bell to the Wisteria Chapel, small chapel in the Nishonganji now. still there. And then we have a new temple, Hondo. We have also big bell, the same size, a little bigger. No, both of them are donated by Mr. George Yamada's parents, Mr. Jinne and Shizue Yamada. One way before 1960 to the old Venice Hongwanji, and the new one, 1969, new temple. Koru Jippo. The bell sound are the ones reaches to every corner of the 10 directions in the universe to attain to all over. So that by ringing the bell, the Buddha is calling us, koyo, koyo, come and come, omairi, omairi. And that's the reason that they wanted to have that bell at the temple. Calling George, koyo, koyo, koyo. No? Everybody koyo, koyo. Every our parents. It's not only Mr. Jinne Yamada and Miss Yamada. Every one of our parents are wishing us, koyo, koyo, we are here. Don't worry, I'm here. We gotta know where the body daddy mommy are. Yukusaki, yukusaki, destination. That we call final destination is the nirvana. And then Mr. and Mrs. Yamada, before passed away, Mr. Yamada has 5 siblings, 4 sisters, one sister and 4 brothers.
Yes.
Five siblings. And then I like to see Mr. Yamada, the picture of the Obutsudan that your mom, daddy gave to you. Could you please show? Please keep eyes on that. More center. More to your wife. Okay. That size of Obutsudan is a beautiful one. Yeah. It's a very complicated. It's a very beautiful. And size of Obutsudan. Mr. Yamada, what is the height of the Obutsudan you have?
5 feet.
5 feet is 3 inches shorter than I am. And then width-wise?
About 3 feet.
3 feet. Yeah? So thank you, Mr. Yamada. The parents bought all 5 same identical family altar to each one. And I was given the privilege of joining 4 families in New Butsu Hoyo dedication of the Obutsudan. One brother was stationed in Okinawa, so that I wasn't able to join them, but now come back to Sacramento. But all 4 of them, I was given the privilege. And then, you know, what the Ji-chan Ba-chan told me, I'm sure every one of our parents, Ji-chan Ba-chan, are the same kind of concern about all of us who are behind. Let them know where we are. Where are our final destination? We are waiting for you, as Shinran Shoni said. Obutsudan. Obutsudan family altar is the window through which Buddha will come to meet with us, so that we are able to see the people, Amida Buddha, coming to us in the form of Namo Amida Butsu, and in the form of Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Buddha takes George Matsubayashi in and take me to the Buddha's land. And then not only take me to Buddha's land, give me the freedom, being a Buddha, come back to this land, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like Shinran Shoni said, when my life come to an end, after reaching to the realm of nirvana, shall I come back to this land, back and forth, just like the waves of the Wakanoura Bay? So when you alone enjoy the teaching, please do believe there are 2. And when 2 of you enjoy the teachings, please remember that 3 of us and more of you are the ones enjoy the teachings. The other person that you do not see from your own physical eyes is nobody else but myself, Shinda. Although my physical life come to an end, the teaching and life that I have shared with you throughout my lives never will come to an end. So let us remember, we are not going to die. Our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, way back in 25, 30 generations backward, in beginningless beginning to endless ending, the life of myself continue to live on, no matter what has happened in physical life, the teaching, the life we call Dharma, in the form of Namamida Butsu. So in the Shinran Shonin service, the Ohigan service is not from myself is going to practice 6 parameters to attain the Buddhahood. It's rather from the Buddha is coming to get me. Buddha comes to get me and then make George Matsubayashi into Namo Amida Butsu and bring George Matsubayashi in the form of Namo Amida Butsu to the destination to become the Buddha, the same as our departed daddy, mommy, ji-chan, ba-chan, ba-chan. So in the Hongwanji, we call not other Showa service, Higan service, we call Sambujo Ge, gathering of the adoration, the Buddha Amida. So thanking Amida, thanking the deceased loved ones who have given us everything. That starting with my life. We got everything that, nothing that I can say this is mine. No, everything is given to George Matsubayashi. Because of that, I am the one with George, as George Matsubayashi, I am, as I am, Amida's Namo Amida Butsu. Take me in and then make George Matsubayashi be Namo Amida Butsu and bring Namo Amida Butsu George to back to the Buddhist country. And from Buddhist country, George Matsubayashi, Namo Amida Butsu will come back to this land, back and forth, just like the waves of the Wakanoda Bay. So let us remember, one more thing, I want to add, Sensei Corey, Reverend Corey, I'm sorry, I'm going to say 2 more minutes extra, no? Thank you, huh? I'm not only talking about the George Yamada-san no Okasa Oto-san, but, like we drive the car all over. So I drove all the way from across the street to the temple this morning. But, at the Denver, when Colorado, first Mr. and Miss Yamada, Mr. Yamada was, I think, 2-3 years old, for 3 or 4 years. She doesn't remember how long the time was on the car. As I remember, every Sunday, snow country in the Denver, Mr. and Miss Yamada drove one way 2.5 hours, one way, some icy road to the Denver Buddhist Temple and then attended the service and went back home 2.5 hours. And then, nearby the house, lots of churches, other churches, but parents wanted to have the Buddha's teachings stay inside of our life. So they drove 2.5 one way to snowy street, risking driving, not going up there and attend the service. And so Mr. Yamada takes 5 minutes from his home to every Sunday to the church. Yeah, no problem, no. No. Well, pretty soon our license is going to be taken away. So let's drive as much as you can now. Huh? At the age of 85, my kids might take my license up. So I may not be able to drive. But, to talk about generations after generations, every parent are the ones concerned about us. I ended 2 weeks ago Sunday service with my son, Dean's Wars, when fighting against the brain, the cancer, no? Year and a half. He and his family did fight until the last moment. But during the time that we stay over at the hospital, and in the middle of the night, I say, "Hey, Dean, are you okay? Are you okay? You okay?" And then he's like, "Hey, Dad, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay now, Dad. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. But, Dad, look after my children. Look after my children. These are the wishes of the dying father. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. But look after my kids." So this morning, just before service, the Shay and Emma came into my wife's cell phone and they showed me face. "Teacher, I saw the Venice church." And then my wife went to see them, taking my fried rice and the miso soup I cooked this morning. I got to look after my son's kids. But something. This is, "I'm okay, Dad. Don't worry about me." I'm sure each and every one of us come to that point. I'm okay. But look after you. Look after every one of the children, grandchildren. This is the concern that our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, all the ancestors wishing for us to become a person with, as I can say, "I'm okay." No? And then Ohigan service becomes more meaningful, not only from my side, but from the Buddha side. "Hey, George, are you okay? Hey, thank you, Buddha. I'm okay. I'm okay. Look after my kids now." I can ask the Buddha. So, Namu Amida Butsu is a calling voice of the Buddha, in which I can talk to the Buddha back and forth, back and forth. So my professor used to tell me, Namu Amida Butsu means that, "Hey, kora kora, hey, you, kora kora, hi, you, kora kora, hi, hi." Go between the Buddha and yourself. "Hey, kora kora, hi, hi, yes, yes." Namu Amida Butsu. This is the word. Listening to the words of the Buddha, our departed loved ones, parents, the words, voices from the Ohigan, voice from the Pure Land, that we truly appreciate their lives. Now, today, I'd like to say thank you very much for sharing, and then thank you, Mr. Yamada, preparing the picture for me, because I had the picture standing next to the Obutsudan, and then that time, I was a little taller than Obutsudan, but I now shrunk, at age 84, shrunk, so maybe I'm the same height now, yeah? But the Obutsudan, I did ask Mr. Yamada to show me the big picture of that. Each and every one of you have those family treasure, like from parents, grandparents. So let us remember now, our life never started in America. Way back, generations backwards, 25 generations backwards, 33 million. Those are the ones who is looking after us and wishing us to listen to the teaching of the Buddha and cross the ocean of the river and join them at the destination we call Nirvana. Thank you very much for joining this morning. I'd like to say one more time about the Saichi Asahara. Namu Amida Butsu becomes myself. Would you please join me in Kansho? How fortunate I am. I am made to be Namu Amida Butsu. how deeply I enjoy the Pure Land from this world of delusion. I am welcomed by Namo Amida Butsu and brought back to the Pure Land by Namo Amida Butsu. Saichi Asahara. Dhamma. Thank you very much for joining, and thank you, Sensei Cory, coming back strong. We really worry about senseis, but his sounds good. Yeah, the chanting sutra. I was also surprised that he has strength, and I'm truly grateful that he came back strongly. Okay? Thank you, Cory Sensei, for giving me this honor and privilege to join the Ohigan service this morning. Thank you, minasan, especially those who coming in across the street from the temple. Appreciate from the New York, Connecticut, Utah, Hawaii, Las Vegas. Yeah. And thank you very much once again for giving me the chance. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. And then as you see, in the background of myself, it's a black, they put a Namu Amida Butsu, the curve. It's a Shinran Shonin's writings. And the last 2 Sundays ago, I show Genyo Shonin's writings. But this is a Shinran Shonin's own handwriting, engraved by the Reverend Shodo, the he used to be the dental technician, became the Yanagihara, Reverend Jim Yanagihara, Gardena Buddhist Church. He passed away already, but he was a dental technician who was good in handing. So he carved it and gave it to me. Namu, you don't have to have the beautiful, very expensive Obutsan like Mr. Yamada has. That's simply this one I gave Reverend Yanagihara about the $25 donation. But Mr. Yamada's one, 1960s, over $3,000. One, no, yeah, expensive. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you, Yamada-san. I'm sorry that I might have been go to too much personal, but please excuse me, no? I may buy, they told me that, Sensei, you're getting old, you're not going to have many years to go, so that you got to tell the story as much as you can. So one by one, I may reveal some of the story that you never heard. I know Cory Sensei's secret, not secret, but grandparents, Reverend Fuji, used to be one time at the Nishonganji, long time ago, minister. You don't know that. Reverend Cory doesn't just come as a minister. The background is all 3 generations, the temple family members. Thank you, Cory Sensei. Arigato.
Thank you, Sensei.
Thank you, 先生。ちょっと理由を思い出して涙が出ましたけど。I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
ありがと
今日の話、どうもありがとうございました。次はですね、増岡先生からいただいた、6パラミツ、6 parameters に移りたいと思います。Thank you very much, Sensei. And again, apologies, I was crying. We will now, oh no, I'm okay. We will now recite the 6 parameters given to us by Reverend Matsuoka, as mentioned by Reverend Matsubayashi.
I'll do it. I'm on loss. Noku Haramitsu. み仏様の御心に立ち返らせていただいて、一つ、今日一日、清らかな眼、温かい情け、つつましやかな態度で暮らしましょう。一つ、今日一日、腹を立てますまい。一つ、今日一日、不平不足嘘を申しますまい。 一つ、今日一日、私の仕事に全身全力を挙げて尽くさせていただきましょう。一つ、今日一日、夜昼常に私を守らせても御仏のご恩を喜ばさせていただきましょう。一つ、今日一日、南無阿弥陀仏を唱えさせていただきましょう。南無阿弥陀仏。Six Paramitas. Turning our thoughts to the Buddha, let us throughout the day live with clear eyes, warm hearts, and humble attitude. Let us throughout the day not become angry. Let us throughout the day not utter words of discontent, dissatisfaction, and untruth. Let us throughout the day do our daily work with all our power. Let us throughout the day rejoice in the love and compassion of Amida, who is constantly watching over us day and night. Let us throughout the day repeat the holy name, Namo Amida Butsu. Promise. Amida is our eternal father and mother. Amida always keeps watch over us. We promise to listen to the teachings of the Buddha and perfect ourselves by following the Buddhist ideals. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Dos Namo.
Next, we will have the Sambujo Ge Ondokusan. 次は三仏家の音読さんでございます。
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namondos, namondos, namondos.
Now we'll have the benediction. We surround all people in all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Particularly do we send forth loving thoughts to those in suffering and sorrow, to all those in doubt and ignorance, and to those whose feet are standing close to the great change we call death. We send forth oceans of wisdom, mercy, and love. Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namo Amida Butsu. Namo.
次は、お寺の理事長、ジェリー・イ・セダの謝辞の時間となりました。Now we will have words of appreciation by our temple president, Jerry E. Seda.
Anyway, thank you all for joining today. It's nice to see so many faces here. Again, thank you to Reverend George for joining us today and for your message. And thank you also for helping us out the last couple of weeks while Reverend Corey was away. And welcome back, Reverend Corey. It's nice to have you back with us. And so just don't overdo it on your first day back. So just take it easy. But it's good to have you back as well. Also, thank you to Emily Caria for being our chairperson today, and Judy Hopfield for being our organist, and for our AV crew today, Ranji and Kerry Tokirio. This is actually about the 1-year anniversary of when we started doing these Zoom services. So just thank you to everybody who's helped along the way. So Emily, Tom Yamaguchi, Johnny Ito, Tommy Nakagiri, and I'm probably forgetting some folks, and Julia Ueda, who's also been coming in to play the organ, switching off with Judy. And of course, Reverend Corey for making this possible. So it's been nice to be able to have us all get together like this every Sunday. And we'll continue to do this. And even though we're starting to look towards the time when we can all do this in person again, and hopefully that's sometime soon. We have already committed, the board has said we will continue to offer Zoom so that people like me that live far away, or even people in California that live farther away from the temple, or would otherwise have trouble getting there, can still join us for our service all the time. So this is something that we will continue to do. But if you are able to come, I think once we reopen, we're going to encourage people to come in person, because that will be more, it'll be fun to see people there too. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jerry. And when we come to temple, I mean, there are always snacks as well. There's always food at the temple. Okay. 次はお知らせの時間ですが、お知らせはありますか? Are there any announcements? Please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, I have an announcement. Thank you, Jerry, for letting me make this announcement. I wonder if I could share screen. Here. Okay, so first I want to thank everyone in the temple, because when we started our campaign, I spelled virtual wrong. Oh no. The members of the Venice Hongwanji Buddhist Temple really supported our campaign to build this Venice Japanese American Memorial Monument to the 1,000 or so persons of Japanese ancestry who were taken away from Venice, Santa Monica, and Malibu to go to Manzanar directly. So this is our, I just sent this out to virtual commemoration. We skipped the commemoration last year because of the pandemic, but we're doing a virtual commemoration this Thursday, April 15th. Oh, I see there's no space there too. So many errors. It'll be from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and this is the Zoom link, and there's a Zoom meeting ID. And we're just going to have a bunch of great speakers. Warren Fudutani is coming. Bruce Embry of the Manzanar Committee will be coming. And the Reverend Dr. Duncan Ryukin Williams will be also speaking. And it should be a very nice lineup of speeches. Then afterwards, from 4 to 9 p.m., Hamasushi in Venice is generously donating 10% of their dinner receipts to the VGM. We're still raising money for educational outreach, continuing maintenance of the monument, and funding the Arnold Mayetta Manzanar Pilgrimage Grant. He was one of the charter members, and he passed away last year at the age of 94. And this is Naoko Matsumura is the proprietor. Tony Kim is the night manager, and Naoko Matsumura is the day manager. And they used to put on a bento, but we stopped that after the VGM was built. But thank you so much. You can order from the online menu, or you could call in for reservations. They're doing dine-in also. And thank you very much for your support. And I've sent this flyer to many of you. So thank you so much. And thank you for the time, Jerry.
Any other announcements?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Elena Minamoto. Today, our senior Dana deliveries will be going out. So everyone who's a recipient will be receiving them today. And I just wanted to thank the BWA so much for putting them together this month, and specifically the Tokirio family for assembling yesterday. And Dustin Noriyuki for designing the beautiful bags. You'll see a beautiful Year of the Ox design. Also to April Yamamoto for donating the Ensure and Boost drinks that you'll see in the bags. And next month, we'll be delivering bentos for Hanamatsuri on April 4th. So look out for those. Thank you everyone for your help.
Just a couple more things to announce. Yeah, April 4th is our Hanamatsuri service. It will be virtual, but I think if you've received your, oh, thank you, Barbara. Yeah. Ron or Carrie, can you please bring the drawing drum up to the Hondo? I forgot about that. So we have our March drawing today. So, well, I have announcements while they're doing that. So anyway, April 4th is our Hanamatsuri. We will be doing it virtually. You should have gotten the information in the mail. Our bishop, the BCA Bishop Marvin Harada, will be our guest speaker. So please spread the word. We'd like to have as good a showing. Actually, my reach goal for us for that day will be to double the Zoomers that we had today. So we'd like to get to 100 Zoom people. That's probably kind of lofty, but tell your friends and family so they can join us for that day. Also, we will be sharing, we won't be having a Hatsumairi ceremony, but we are going to be having our families share their youngest or our newest and youngest members of the Sangha that day by video. So if you would like to, if you have a loved one that you'd like to include in that activity, just send us an email or let us know and we'll get you. There was a form also you can send in that was sent with the Hanamatsuri materials. So because it's virtual, there's no deadline. You can do that anytime. The other thing is after that, we will be offering, as Elena said, a virtual otoki. So for those of you who receive the Senior Dana delivery package, the Hanamatsuri bento will be your April delivery, at least a part of it. So you don't have to RSVP, those will come to you automatically. Everyone else, you may also sign up. You'll have to come pick it up, but you can come and do a drive-through and pick up your otoki bento for next Sunday. The deadline to pick up, or to RSVP for that is this Friday, the 26th. So you can send it to the temple email address. That's temple@vhbt.org, or you can contact Barbara Fukuji. Her name was on the mailing materials to let her know. So we won't be able to eat bento together this time, but hopefully soon we'll be able to do that. So keep that date in mind. More fundraising. So April 18th through the 24th, that week is going to be our Ruts and Tuts fundraising week. So you can go to Ruts Cafe or Tuts Cafe in Culver City or Ruts Cafe in Gardena. If you give the code VHB Temple, you'll get 5% off your tab, and the temple will receive 20% for anything that's purchased at any of those restaurants during that week with that code. So we'll send that out in the email update too. So if you're in the area and you like Hawaiian or Mediterranean food, it's very good. You know, save those dates. You can go every day if you want to. So, and then along those lines, if you recall last summer, we had the Kenny's Cafe fundraiser. We did a chashu royal that was quite popular and quite successful. Just a teaser, it's coming back. So we will be doing that on the weekend of May 15th and 16th. Last time we did a chashu royal. This time the cooks wanted to change a little bit, so they're going to do a Hawaiian royal. It's got chashu in it, but it also has Portuguese sausage. So it'll just be a little different. Look for notice of that coming out real soon. So, but it'll be the same process. It'll be drive-through pickup for now. So, but it was good last time and it'll be just as good this time too. So look for the notice for that. And I think that's it for today. So we have our monthly project Bombu draw. Thank you, Barbara, for reminding me. I would have forgotten. So we haven't done the one for March yet. So I don't see I gotta get the screen. Are you guys ready?
Judy has an
Sorry.
announcement.
Yeah, just before.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
We after the raffle, I'm not sure exactly what time we're going to start, but today we will be, the book club, the BEC will be conducting a book club meeting, and we will be discussing the book by Reverend Dr. Kenneth Tanaka called Jewels. Hopefully you have a chance to pick up a copy or download it. But even if you haven't read the book, please join us for a discussion. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I see Reverend Corey has the drum. So this is our monthly drawing. So someone will receive an award of $500 once don't let any of the tickets fall out.
Is that good? You think that's good, Carrie? I think so. I haven't been very good at this lately. Here, what does it say, Greg?
Turn it around.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Upside down.
Upside down.
Let's see. It says Norman and Yoshie Tachiki.
Tachiki. Okay.
Oh, the Tachiki's won.
Well, congratulations to Norman and Yoshi. I don't think they're with us today. I didn't see them on, so we'll have to let them know that they were our winners. Our April drawing will be after Hanamatsuri, so not too far away.
Oh, come on. If I may, I'd like to take a few moments. I just want to thank everyone, Temple and all the organizations, BWA, ABBA, Junior Scouts, for your support for the last couple of weeks. I know there's been some rumors flying around on what's been going on. Basically, I had heart operation or procedure. I think procedure, surgery, operation. Well, operation and procedure are the same words. Basically, they just interchange them. So I said, some of the people knew I was having what's called an SVT, or supraventricular tachycardia, which is a really fast heart rate. And what it is that my heart wiring was bad. So instead, there's like the control centers, and then there's roots that grow down into your heart to make it beat. And one of mine were like this, were in a loop like this. So they basically went in there and burned it. And so instead of my heart rate being 160 at rest, or 180, I think it was over 180 by the time I had the procedure, and it was mostly all day long. It's now back under 100. So it's slow and go, but as you can see, I'm doing okay. And thank you all for your support and everything. I just, I didn't have a pacemaker put in because I had heard that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And with everything going on, I'm really appreciative. I wrote to the temple board and things. If it wasn't for the temple being a minister, and especially COVID, to be honest, because no one was coming to the temple, so I was able to take breaks and rest when I needed to. I think I'm still alive today. Otherwise, if I were any other profession, or even if I was probably going with our normal rhythm, services every day, people here till 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon and things, I don't know. I can't say I would have been the same thing. But that was what makes me so grateful. And especially this path that we're on of Nembutsu, it made, I think in my letter to the board too, I just said, basically I was just getting a tune-up. Things are broken. There's nothing we could do about it. We couldn't change anything. We're just human beings. But I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be able to accept it as it is and just go in there and just say, okay, just do it. And it was going off so often. Instead of a 2 to 4 hour procedure, I was already out of and back where I started in less than an hour. So everything is wonderful. So hopefully, within another 3-4 weeks, I'll be up to full speed or even more so, I guess, because I'll be not so strained from high heart rate. So again, thank you everyone for your care, support, the cards, and I look forward to doing more for the temple, for you, and to spread Amita's efforts. But again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sensei. I'm glad you're feeling a lot better. Even though you were working when you're not supposed to be working. Sensei had to show me proof that he was lying in bed while he was on a Zoom meeting call. Okay. では、これで春季お彼岸法要、should I call it 三仏会を終了させたいと思います。今日忙しい中、ご参拝くださいまして本当にありがとうございます。With that, then, I would like to conclude this year's Spring Ohigan service. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. そして最後に、教育委員会 BEC のブッククラブは Judy, so we say 11:30?
Okay.
5 minutes.
In 5 minutes? 5-minute break?
That's fine.
Okay. はい、じゃあ11時半から BEC のブッククラブが始まりますので、よろしくお願いします。And let me put that in English. So the BEC book club will begin at 11:30. Thank you very much.